Some years ago, our team featured one of the most unique shops in Charleston, the Itinerant Literate, the mobile bookshop that has since grown into a vendor marketplace in Park Circle. It features some pretty fantastic artists and artisans, one of whom was kind enough to join us. Let's welcome visual artist Andressa Poti, whose paintings are simply stunning. Great to have you with us.
Thank you so much for having me and for taking the time to chat.
Well, Andressa, I want to start with such an unusual form of painting. You use leaves as a medium, which I think is just so interesting. How did you develop this?
So it was during the pandemic. I took a liking to hiking. It's just trying to get out there when things started opening up a little more and just get connected with nature whenever we felt so stuffed inside the house. And mostly during fall, I used to live up north, northerner in the US, and there was just so many unique, colorful leaves. I would just pick them up and trying to get connected back with old hobbies. So I would just paint on them and share with family and friends, and they found it unique.
Well, I love the marriage, though, between the native leaf and your native bird. So you're actually from Brazil.
Yes, I am. Born and raised in Brazil,
In Brazil. How long have you lived in the States?
I lived in the States for roughly about 8 years right now. I moved here in my early 20s, but up until then, I spend my childhood and formative years there.
Yes, yes, and you've used art as one of your mediums to speak with people and interact with the community. And you're also self-taught, which I just find so fascinating because your work is so detailed.
Yes.
And you really have an eye and the ability to get whatever is inside out on the canvas. So what led you to find this talent as a painter?
I feel like it was a combination of things. So growing up in Brazil, we're very exposed to unique nature, but because I moved around a lot due to my dad being in the Air Force for most of my time living there, it made both my brother and I very aware of our surroundings and just very curious for different natural landscapes, both natural and cultural landscapes. And I feel like from there, I had just a passion of noticing just things that were unique about different situations, different locations. And from there, when I went to university, I went into a creative field as well. So I feel like the passion for art also built from that.
Yeah, and it was product design? Is that
yes, product design.
What does that mean? Like,
so some people call it product design, some people call it industrial design. So really it's just in the design realm of building things such as, you can do things such as furniture or cars or anything of the sort.
Interesting. So what do you prefer doing? Do you miss doing that work, or do you prefer
I mean, I've always loved to do just about anything that I was hands-on. I was a very hands-on kid, just like many other kids. I like to be creative. But art it felt better for me because the connection, human-to-human connection that I get from art when people see my paintings in real time is just more gratifying.
Yeah, and that's what you are able to do with the marketplace that I was talking about earlier. What is it called?
It's Feminist Magic Market, yes.
I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, so Ray, she's the one that organizes the market right now, but markets and any artisan markets, they do such a great job at interacting with, having people interact with small artists such as myself, so it's a really good platform for us to show our work as, really small artists in the really big Charleston artist community, but also for people from the outside to just come and hang out in like such a peaceful area, very safe space.
Sure. And Feminist Magic, so is it all women? Is this a platform for all women artisans?
Yeah, so so for example, the market that they have coming up right now is to celebrate Women's Month, Women's History. So they always, each edition, they highlight a really nice cause.
I see. Oh, okay. And when you talk about really enjoying painting landscapes, is that mostly what you paint? Do you ever paint people?
No, actually, I mostly landscapes and natural elements such as birds and just fauna, mostly in flora. But I just really love, from the habit of going hiking, I feel like that fed into my passion of whenever I got home, I just wanted to paint what I saw. Just that feeling that I would get from being out in nature was just really special to me. And from painting and being able to create that art, it just kind of was a circle, just a very symbiotic relationship. And then the art would make me want to go back out there more and experience more and so forth.
And being that you are self-taught, I can't imagine that there's more for you to learn, but you
so
don't let
much
that
more.
you don't let that stop you, and so that you do utilize a lot of the wonderful resources that we have here in the Low Country.
Absolutely. The Low Country is just so beautiful, so rich. I feel like when I moved to the U.S., being able to paint the natural landscapes here was a wonderful resource to reconnect, to be able to connect to my new home and to learn about the U.S.
Sure.
And also when I came to the Low Country, my gosh, it's incredible. There's so much to see, so much to paint.
It is true.
And it's just a way to stay in touch with everything there is to offer here in the U.S. I mean, the national parks, the national forests, there's a lot to inspire me.
And your paintings are very inspiring as well.
Thank
and
you
I know
so
that
much.
people are going to love to see more of your work if they go to this Feminist Magic Market. This is happening Saturday, March 29th at 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And this is in North Charleston Park Circle. So make sure you go there and say hello to
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you
great
so
to
much for
see
having
you.
me. I really appreciate it. And yes, come up and talk to the artists. All the artists love to hear from new people.
They're
and
very
get to know
approachable.
everybody. Oh, 100%. Yeah, we can talk your ears off.
We're back in 2 minutes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.